Good morning children, and this is Namita Masnutra, and I'm back with another video on decimals. And in this video I will be teaching you how to solve some questions from your NCERT book exercise 8.2. So shall we begin? So children, in this video I'll be teaching you how to write decimal numbers as fractions, and after that I'll be teaching you that how you convert these fractions or the decimal fractions into their lowest terms. And trust me, I'm going to make it very easy for you by giving you some nice, interesting, easy tricks. Fine. And also in this video we will be doing question number 7 of NCERT exercise. So children, now we will do question number 7 of your NCERT, and it says write as fractions in lowest terms. Now if you want the trick from me, for that one promise you have to make is that you will be practicing these questions. So you write the questions, you can make your own questions and then practice, but then you need a lot of practice to reduce a fraction in the lowest term. So let's begin, and I'm definitely going to make it very easy for you. Okay, so question number 1 says 0.60. Okay, so can you tell me in words what is this? Yes, if it is 60 hundredths, then your answer is correct. So let's quickly write the question again. In your notebook, whenever you write the question, it is always a good practice. In the answer also, you copy the question as it is and then solve. And when I do this, the trick is that to change it into a fraction, you will copy the number as it is, ignoring the decimal. So when I ignore the decimal, I get 060. Okay, and you know that the value on the left, the 0 on the left of a number has no value. Okay, so this 0 has no value, so I can ignore it also, this 0 here. So when I ignore it, so this will become how much? So let me write it again. Now I'll write it as 60. So step 1 is that you will be just ignoring the decimal and write the number as it is. After that, step 2 is, now what am I teaching you? I'm teaching you how to write a fraction, okay, of this. So, and step 2 is, okay, here I will be writing upon, and then the decimal over here, if you see this is a decimal here, so instead of the decimal, like, you just keep it in your mind that wherever the decimal is, instead I will be writing 1, and after the decimal you will count the number of digits which are there, which has 2. So if the digits are 2, then you will be writing 2 zeros over here. If the digits are 3, you will be writing 3 zeros over here. So the decimal means that in place of decimal you will be writing 1, and after that just count the digits and put the zeros accordingly. Okay, so my fraction is, now the decimal fraction is 60 upon 100. This we have learned. Now we will learn how to reduce it. So to reduce it, let me just change the color. What will I do? I have to teach you one more thing before we reduce. Okay, so in reduction, what do we do? Basically in reduction, you remove the common factors of the numerator and denominator. So let me show you here. 60 means what? 60 means 6 into 10. Do you agree? And 100 is 10 into 10. Now I'm showing you taking out 10 as a factor here in both of them out of this numerator and denominator, and then I can reduce it. Right, so reduction is basically taking out the common factors. Similarly, if you have here 6 and 10, is there a common factor here? Yes, I can clearly see. Let me show you that if you have a number 6 upon 10 here, let's say 6 upon 10, and to find the common factor, 6 can be written as 2 into 3. Okay, and 10 can be written as 2 into 5. So clearly I see that this 2 is a common factor. From a numerator and denominator we reduce it. Now all this you have to do mentally. So I have shown you how it works. Basically what is the the concept, because I always teach the concepts first, right? So the concept is there, and then now once you've learned the concept, then you can apply shortcuts. It is easy. So I'm removing this now for you. Okay, and now I will teach you the how you will do all this in your mind. So when I look at it, 60 upon 100, I clearly see that it has 10 as a common factor in these zeros on the right, so I will remove that. I'll get a number 6 upon 10. After I get a number 6 upon 10, now it's a fraction, and I will think of the common factor of a numerator and denominator. Both are even numbers. That means 2 is a common factor. So I will say the table of 2 till I get 6. So 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, and 2 threes are 6. So I write here 3. And I'll say the table of 2 till I get 10. So 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 threes are 6, 2 fours are 8, and 2 fives are 10. So I'll write here 10. 5. Okay, so because 2 fives is 10, so I'll write here 5. So my answer will be 3 upon 5, and both of them are prime numbers, means now they are not having any common factor. So if you have prime numbers here or you have co-primes over here, means that is where you will stop. Clear? So let's do the second part of it. It's easy, no? So let's quickly do the second. So let me go and wait. Yeah. So second over here is, let me write the question. So it is 0.05. And now I will not be explaining everything in detail. You should remember the first step is copy the number as is it, ignoring the decimal, write your 5 upon decimal, wherever there is a decimal write 1, and after that I can see 2 numbers after the decimal, sorry, 2 digits after the decimal, I should say like that. So I will write 2 zeros. Okay. So after that you will be reducing it. I'll see the table of 5. So I get 5 ones are 5. I see the table of 5. Now this I'm teaching you how to do mentally. Again, listen carefully. So this is, I have 10 and I know 10 comes in the table of 5. Okay. So you would use test of divisibility to know that whether 100 comes in the table of 5. That is step 1. And I know it is ending with 0. So that means it is divisible by 5. That is step 1. So that we all know. And step 2, now I will start reducing it mentally. So when it reduces mentally, we start from the left. You see, I'm starting from the left here. Right? I start from the left and I say the table of 5. So I get 5 2s are 10. So my first digit will be 2. And after that there is a 0. So my second digit will be 0. So like this, my answer will be 1 upon 20. Okay. These are co-primes. So the third example is not from your NCERT and I have taken it myself because I wanted you to also do a question with a whole number, because earlier we have done where there is a 0 a whole number. I want that there should be a whole number. So let me write the question for you. That is 1.02. Step 1, copy the number as it is without a decimal. So it becomes 102. And then I have the denominator, the decimal. Instead of decimal I write 1 and there are 2 digits after the decimal, so I write 2 zeros. Clear? If there are 3 digits after decimal, how many zeros will you write? 3. After that I have to reduce and I can clearly see both of them are even numbers. So test of divisibility helps us here a lot in finding the common factors. So and 2 is a common factor, I'll reduce it. And I have taught you how to reduce it in your mind. And let me change the color here so that it doesn't get merged with the previous question. So I'll say the table and from the left I will begin. So 2 5s are 10. I've used these two, and then this 1 2 is left. 2 1s are 2. So my numerator will be 51. Okay. Let me do the denominator now. Again we'll see the table of 2, and I know this 10 comes in the table of 2. So 2 5s are 10, and then this comes 0 over here, one more 0, so this comes 51 upon 50. Okay, tell me, is this an improper fraction or a proper fraction? It's an improper fraction. Why? Because the numerator is bigger than the denominator. So what will I do? I will convert this into a mixed number. So I can clearly see 51 and 50 are very close. It will go only one time. So I'll write a 1 as a mixed number. I'll write 50 at the bottom because 51 is 50, and out of 51 I will subtract 50. What will be left? I will be left with only 1. So my answer is 1 upon 50. Who says decimal is difficult? You see, it is very easy. So now what you do is quickly go grab your notebook and start solving these questions on your own. Pick up your NCERT book, open 8.2 and start solving these questions on your own.